Hey everyone, welcome to the episode 1 of Jim's Cooking Kingdom. On this channel I just kind of plan on making Disney recipes. They are being posted, if you're not on the Facebook group, on DVC Clubhouse, so go over to Facebook and follow us over there. The first recipe I decided to do for the channel is Frushi, which was requested by Kathleen. You can get this over at the Flower and Garden Festival, which is perfect timing because as of me recording this, it started yesterday, March 5th. I'm going to start out with making the sushi rice. I was able to get this just at Walmart. All of the ingredients are pretty basic, except for the wraps, which I will go into here in a little bit. But starting out, we are going to cook 2 cups of sushi rice. When you're making the rice, you just cook it according to the package instructions. So for this particular rice, it gives me, for 1 cup, we are going to just double it and hope that that works. So 2 cups of rice. There's my 2 cups of rice. 1 1/4 cup water, so 2 1/2 cups of water. That just goes on the burner on high until it comes to a boil, and then we'll throw the lid on it and simmer it for 25 minutes. Meanwhile, we will get the fruit cut up. For this, you need strawberries, pineapple, and cantaloupe. Take everything. I suppose I should clean this up first. I'll cut it first and then I'll clean it up. Grab me a strainer. We're going to just cut the tips, I guess not the tips, but the ends off of the strawberries, and then slice them up to go into the rolls. I know everyone's probably going, well, Jim, you're this professional chef, look at your apron. It's just a costume. Not a professional chef by any means, not a cook by any means. I am an engineer by trade and don't even cook that often. I got laid off about a month ago and decided since I was home I would help my wife out by cooking more, just because before I worked far away, so by the time I got home I didn't have time to cook, so she would have it cooked and ready. So I just started getting into my Disney cookbooks. Again, if you're on the DVC Clubhouse page, you've seen me post recipes and the outcomes, not videos, before. So I just decided to start shooting some videos and see how it works out. So I have also never edited a video before, but my hopes will be that you will fast forward this and you guys will see me get everything cut up. Just a little side note, I live in Northeast Ohio, and if you're looking closely and going, Jim, those strawberries look like crap, you were correct. These were the best looking strawberries I was able to find, and they are not the prettiest looking strawberries I have ever seen, but they will work. That one is soft. Again, I'm not a chef by any stretch of the imagination, so just bear with me and we'll have a little fun with it. Have those. rice just started boiling, so I'll turn it down and let it simmer. If it says to stir it, I will just let it go. Cover pan for 25 minutes and stir. Okay, we'll let that go. Next I have the pineapple. That I clearly don't know how to open. From the right side, apparently. I didn't look that hard, let's be honest, but I did not see a whole pineapple, so I went ahead and purchased pre-cut pineapple, which is pretty nice. So I will just get this sliced up. You want it to be about 4 inches long and maybe a 1/4 inch. So with at least this one, I'll probably just cut in half. And maybe in half again, I guess, so it rolls up nice. That one doesn't need cut again. What's going to be sort of ironic about this page and me doing this is I don't get to go to Disney nearly as much as I would like to, and by that I mean not that often at all. I get to go once every 3 or 4 years maybe. We just have other priorities, and as backward as this is from most families, my wife is not a Disney goer. She does not enjoy Disney like I do. So we mix it up and go other places. Last year we took the kids to Colorado for the week. This year we are doing Tennessee. So I don't get to go that much. That being said, some of these recipes, such as Frushi, I have never had before. So I guess I'll say I don't know what it's supposed to taste like, but I can at least tell you if it tastes good or not as my pot boils over. Let's try that and see if that helps. I am basically just doing this channel to have a little bit of fun, and it helps me, how can I say it, keep my Disney spirit alive. I will slice up one more of these, and I think that'll be plenty. If not, I can cut some more up when we get to that point. There's that. I am striking out on this rice, not wanting to boil over. Just shows how professional we are here in the Northeast Ohio studios. I will throw that on. Next is the cantaloupe. I will need a little bigger knife for this. You want about half of a cantaloupe. So instead of cutting the whole thing up, I will just cut about half of it up. I'm sure there's a proper way to cut cantaloupe, and I don't know what it is, nor do I really care. I will say there is not a lot of meat on this cantaloupe, but again, probably not prime cantaloupe season. Okay. Down. Another ironic thing about me doing Frushi first is I am not a huge fruit eater. My wife and kids love fruit. I am not a huge fruit eater, but I will say my favorite is most definitely cantaloupe. So it works out. There's that. Let's try this and see if this works a little better. Might get us a little bit. That was really bad, but good enough. The cantaloupe is going to get cut up the same as the pineapple. You want it about 4 inches long by about 1/4 inch. So make sure you get your tape measure out and get it exactly right, exactly like I'm doing it. There's that. I don't even know that I need this piece, so we are just going to sit it with the rest of the cantaloupe and slide it aside. My rice cooked in like 5 minutes. Seems to be almost fully cooked, just slightly al dente. So I added another cup of water and threw it back on to simmer for a little bit longer, just because nobody wants crunchy rice. Next on to the couple other things I did want to address, and you'll see me do them here in a little bit. As far as the rolls go, the recipe from Disney calls for a pink soy roll. I went to every store around me, soy wrap. I went to every store around me and could not find soy wraps absolutely anywhere. According to the internet, they're in the international food section. I saw a lot of seaweed wraps, no soy wraps. So I went to the old interwebs and looked up what is a replacement for soy wrap. It said soy wraps are used because a lot of people don't like the flavor of a seaweed wrap. I don't do sushi. That just sounds disgusting in the first place, but seaweed doesn't sound much better. So it said in that case to try using rice paper. So this is Blue Dragon Spring Roll Wrappers. So this will be slightly different, but I think it'll work out well. According to the instructions, I'm just going to throw one in warm water for about 10 seconds just to get it a little more workable. Throw it in, wrap it up, and we'll see how it goes. Basically, we wrap them and we'll chop them up into little sushi sections and see how it turns out. So that's as far as this goes. Another thing I had a little bit of a hard time finding, and again, maybe it's just me, but it was the cream of coconut. After I found this, I just seemed to find it everywhere, but I could not find it at first. I got this in the squeeze bottle. It was a little more than if you got it in a can, but the thing I like about this is it's resealable and I can throw it in the fridge and use it another time instead of opening a can and just throwing the rest of it away. I found it afterwards in some of the international food sections. I had checked at some major stores. It was not in the international food section. I actually found this where the mixed drinks are for things such as pina coladas, stuff like that. So this was actually with the rest of the mixers. So I would recommend looking there, and you should be able to find it. So for now, we're just gonna wait on the rice to cook, and then we will add this, but I will do that once the rice is done. Okay, the rice is off and I let it cool down a little bit, not a ton. We are going to add 1 tablespoon of the cream of coconut. As soon as I figure out how it opens. Oh my, okay. Toothpaste. Let's make sure we're getting it in there. That's probably good enough. We will throw this in, we'll mix it with the rice, and then let the rice cool down to a room-ish temperature. I'll throw a mat down. Well, that came out a lot better than I thought it was going to. Grab my spoon. I do not like how this rice turned out, so we will see. I don't know if you should just cook it in 2 separate batches, but it absorbed the water way faster than what the instructions said. It's very sticky rice, but I would assume sushi rice should be, so that it stays in form. Seems like cooked rice to me. We will let this cool down, and I will come back once it's cooled down, and we will try these wraps and see how everything goes together. Okay, I wouldn't say it's room temperature, but I'm tired of waiting. I'm not 100% sure that the rice turned out the way it should. What's odd to me, I will double check the instructions. Cover pan and simmer for 25 minutes. This is a very little amount of water for the amount of rice I cooked, which I did double it because I doubled the rice. I overly doubled it because I ended up adding an extra cup. Normally when I make rice, it's not this, and it takes a good bit more water than this. So I don't know if it's the instructions or if it's something I did. I followed the instructions. So I also have no idea how these wraps are going to go. So I have my container of warm water. Here's the wraps. They're sort of see-through with little designs, I'm assuming, for integrity. Must be a piece of rice in this one. I don't know if it's going to stick to the bar when I put it on the bar. If it is, I'll have to find something else. But we will throw it in some warm water and fill it up and see what it does and see if I can roll this without making an absolute fool of myself, which I'm sure I've already done. So throw that in for about 10 seconds. Oh boy, she sank to the bottom. Okay. Oh, it's definitely more usable now. It is very slimy. So let's slap her. Oh God. Oh boy. Oh, okay. Well, it is completely see-through now, so I can barely see it. Let's see if it's stuck to the counter. I might be able to roll this up. I love anyone who actually cooks watching this, going, what a moron, why wouldn't he do this or that? And I will say, at the store, I did see a little bamboo thing. That's probably too much rice. A little bamboo thing that you set this on, put your ingredients in, and then you roll the bamboo thing somehow. And that's supposed to work. I didn't get it. So I will throw my strawberries down. As such, I don't know how well you can see this in the video. When I do another one, I will take a picture and try to put it in here. Again, I've never done video editing, so maybe I'm over-promising. We will grab a piece of our pineapple and throw it right there. And we will grab a piece of our cantaloupe and throw it right next to it. Kind of smush everything down here. And let's see. No, I don't want to do it like that. So another thing that's different, oh boy, about this instead of the soy wraps or the seaweed wrap is those are square. This is round, so I can't just roll it up or else everything will be falling out. Not everything, but it'll fall out the sides. So I have no idea how to do this. Push this back in, push this, roll it tight, roll it tight, roll it tight. Don't rip, it ripped. Okay, so now we have that. I think I'm gonna cut this on a plate because I feel like it's gonna stick to my cutting board. So we are wrapped. And then you just want to cut it. I have 4 strawberries. I'm going to say 1 strawberry per thing. Again, I've never had this. I have no idea, but that makes it into 4 roughly even sections. So we will cut down through it. This is the one that ripped. There we go. And there we go. These are not by any means perfect. The pink soy wrap would definitely aesthetically make these look better. But I don't think they look terrible. So I will wrap a few more of these up. Again, assuming I can figure out how to do it, I will fast forward through it unless I'm talking about something. And then I will pull my phone out of the stand and get some close-ups of what these look like. And I'll give one a shot. So, thank you. Just a little more about me, I guess, while we're doing this. As you can tell, I'm horribly awkward. I've never done anything in front of a camera before. I've done a couple Disney podcasts, gosh, a long time ago, none of which I don't even believe you can find anymore. But I did that for fun for a little while, just to kind of keep the Disney spirit alive. Oh boy, it's a strict 10 seconds apparently. This guy is. Like I said before, I don't go to the parks all that often, but somehow maintain the spirit and the love that I have for Disney. There we go. I will also say, I wrapped a second set. Getting the wrap tight is very important. Those ones did not wrap as tight and they did not look nearly as good or hold together nearly as good. So when you're wrapping them, make sure you wrap them really tight. I'm trying to think what else. If you happen to have any questions for me or anything, go ahead and comment them or ask on the Facebook page, DVC Clubhouse, and I can either answer them there or in another video if you guys don't boo me out of the earth. I don't know why I'm folding this over because I didn't add the rest of the stuff. Here's my pineapple. Grab a nice piece of cantaloupe here. Okay. It's very strange to wrap. Let's try this. Let's tuck that in there. And then just try to, because there's a weird combination of keeping it wrapped tightly like it needs to be and not ripping it like I just did. There we go. Let's fold this up. See, it ripped there as well, and it is sticking very badly to my countertop. The knife doesn't even like to cut through it because it's so sticky. That one, okay. For the sake of making it, this one has completely fallen apart, so I will sacrifice this one. I would say this turned out really good. Again, I've never had Frushi from Disney, but I don't see what you wouldn't like about it. Get a little hint of the coconut from the cream of coconut and the rice. Combined with all the fruits, the wrap doesn't really have a flavor to it, or honestly a texture, which is nice. So yeah. Like I said, I'm not a huge fruit eater, but this is pretty good. And I'm sure when my kids get home, they will devour it because my kids love fruit. Okay, I grabbed my camera off the stand. I got my Frushi plated here in front of me. Being the tech-savvy guy I am, along with the amazing chef I am, I have no idea how to flip this camera around because all the options are gone. So I am going to just flip my phone over real quick so you can see a close-up of the Frushi. So there it is. Definitely not the prettiest. I've got quite a bit more here I need to make. So I will get the rest of it made. If anything turns out better, or if I have any other tips or tricks, I'll add it to the end of this video. If not, I will wrap this video up. I already have a second video I'm getting ready to record after I clean up this mess. So stay tuned. That'll be coming the following week. I believe these are going to be coming out on Saturdays. So go ahead and check them out. If you do enjoy this and my awkwardness, that will hopefully get less awkward the more I do this, go ahead and like the video and subscribe. And thank you guys very much, and have a magical day.